There are many reasons to sleep at Knapford Yard. There's also reasons to not, especially for one particular engine.
What do you think you're doing in my yard?
Oh, sorry, is your name knapford?
Well, no.
But then it's not your yard.
Well, is your name Knapford?
Said Fergus.
Then get out of the yard. This is for trucks and coaches only.
You just ran me into the back of someone's house.
It's their fault for being in the yard,
said Fergus. No matter how hard he tried, Fergus would always end up having an engine sleeping in his yard. Just not as much as how the other engines despised him.
You're not sleeping here.
Why not?
Because Henry's bound to come in with a goods train, and let's just say, I need that spot if I...
Too bad, said James as he strolled into the yard. Fergus was getting more and more annoyed of engines not listening to him, but he devised a plan. One day, Percy decided to sleep in the yard since he was too tired to head to Tidmouth. Fergus saw this and decided to put his plan into motion. Slowly but surely, he arranged the trucks around the small green engine, somewhat making him out of sight. When he was done, he noticed that he could barely see the engine. He was very proud of himself. Unfortunately for Percy, Fergus had forgotten about Percy behind the trucks and started forming a train with Percy there. And by the time he was done with the train, Henry steamed in to take it. And slowly but surely, the train set off. Fergus had realized that he had left Percy at the behind of the train for too late, and he was gone.
Well, that was
not according to plan. But did keep engines out of my yard. I suppose I'll do it more. Little did he know there was a certain someone listening in. There's an old branch line coach that has been transferred into a works unit coach that has worked on the island for as long as it had started. His name is nothing. He doesn't have one. They just refer to him as Works. Works had heard it all, and was prepared to tell the Fat Controller the next time he saw him. But none the wiser to Fergus. Sure enough, one more engine entered the yard and went to the siding to snooze. Fergus's plan was put in motion. Soon, Gordon was not seen. There was one problem Fergus had not thought to think of when he was hatching this plan. It was the other engines. Good morning, Duck. Good morning, Fergus. Did you hear the news?
What news?
Henry's train had to be halted because Percy was at the behind of it.
Oh my,
said Fergus in complete disbelief.
Where was it heading?
Bridlington. It's a good thing he stopped. Percy probably wouldn't be able to find his way back. Fergus was suddenly realizing his mistake before he could think about it. Fergus, the next time Gordon goes missing, make sure to shunt my train.
What?
Gordon's gone missing. No one can find him, and now I have to hold the express. I'm honored, but I have to shunt it. Hang on, who's that? It looks like Gordon. He's been doing it, came a voice. It was Works. He's been shunting engines behind trains to punish them for sleeping in his yard. By this time, Gordon had woke up and was fuming. The engines glared at Fergus. Explain yourself. Well, all the engines sleeping in my yard has been causing a commotion.
I just wanted more space, and I thought this was the best way to do it.
That, as you would say, is not the right way, and it is certainly not the Great Western way, said Duck.
Now, Percy's been shunted to almost Bridlington because of you, and Gordon could have been, I don't know, where's that goods train taking? Supposedly Thomas's branch line? You're joking, right? You would have sent Gordon down a branch line that is not even made for express engines?
You better have a better explanation than that, came a familiar voice. Sir, jumped Fergus. I'm very disappointed with your work, and your hide-and-seek with the other engines. Therefore, you will be put to the back of the shed, and you will think about what you've done. Perhaps get a treatment of your own medicine. And sure enough, that's what happened. Sure enough, Fergus was put to the back of the shed, behind Works. While it did solve the solution of missing engines, it brought upon a new one.
"Who's going to shunt our trains?" said James. "I can focus. I look ugly as crap."